awake and due to moments gone, and looked on the green, smiley, dangerous world, and heard the ignorant cry of living things in the forest, deep in the forest, amid the trivial sound, the unchanging scene, her soul arose, confronting time and fate. Immobile in herself, she gathered force. At that moment, she gathered force. She is standing there with a conqueror's sword. She shall come with a conqueror's sword. That was a divine boon given to Ashwapati. Yes, she will come with a conqueror's sword. This was the day when Satyavan must die. So Savitri is recalling all those things. This is all to be on the day when Satyavan is to die. But in the meanwhile, Savitri withdraws in the secret fields of thought. She is now aware of that day coming. Tomorrow he is going to die. Savitri, and in the meanwhile, she is reviewing the entire past. But in the meanwhile, Savitri withdraws in the secret fields of thought. Savitri's mind moves backward in time. It is seeing the end of the past approaching soon, the past disappearing, yet persisting as though it is the imperishable past that it cannot be destroyed. It is there, moving like a faithful ghost, faithful because it is tied with a dawning future. The shade, the phantom is bearing the future, that past is bearing the future. Savitri has to be concerned about it. But what is the many imaged past? She says many imaged past. Savitri was lying on the lap of Earth's original somnolence. Then she listened to the body's voiceless call. She also saw the three ancient disputants wrestling in the night. And she saw the god of pain staring into space. He, with daily oblations of her unwept tears, yet remaining unappeased. But then began again the daily oblations, the sacrifice. Savitri's witness spirit is reviewing the sequence, the course of eonic time, the entire past, starting from the beginning of time. The stream of consciousness is running from the past into the present, ready to surge into the new future. Firstly, it was a miracle that something could at all come out of the void. You see, total nothing, the absolute nothing. Out of that nothing, the inconscience was born. Out of that inconscience, ignorance came. Then came body, physical, vital, mental, manomaya, purusha has arrived. That is a miracle by itself. But the miracle has to continue through the vicissitudes of time and circumstance. There has appeared the mind of night. There have appeared terrible forces of life, ghastly and demonic forces with insatiable hunger of life. There have walked across the field the agents of evil and doom and of experience too, and the miracle has to continue. Savitri is doing all those things, but Savitri's journey is on the timeless path, journey that had begun at the beginning of time. This is a mysterious flood hastening through ups and downs, and hills and valleys, and through the seasons of time and the timeless season, meandering at times through rough land, or else passing through green fields. This is what we got in the sentences, green field. It is a journey of her coming out of the somnolence into which she had fallen. The journey now arriving at the day when Satyavan has to die. There were terrible images of things, and Savitri surveyed them all. Savitri is moving through the stream of consciousness, and she is seeing subtle images that belong to the long forgotten evolutionary past. This is what we have seen. But there are recesses of occult knowledge that can tell us something of it, can affirm a few clear. Many images, you see, this is important. Many images pass, no? This is what we have seen. Savitri is moving through the stream of consciousness, seeing the subtle images, etc. Now we are going back to something else. But there are recesses. record of yoga. Shevanur, we are referring to what Shevanur said about record of yoga, has a clue to it. Here was Vishnu as Matsya, fish. That is how the evolution begins, according to the Puranic tradition. The fish saving the first man, it is Vishnu as a fish who saved the first man. First man in the occult, understood, not on the physical plane. Manu, he rescued the first Manu and 7 sages and the Veda. That is the first work done by Vishnu in the avatarhood as a fish. The Veda that was kept hidden by the demons. Savitri must be seeing him in that form. So Savitri is saying now Vishnu in that form, that he rescued the Vedas, he rescued the Rishis. She is seeing many images pass, no? At the time of the churning of the ocean, the second comes now, churning of the ocean, you see, Samudra Manthana, Mount Mandar, the Puranic Mount Mandar, it was made a churning rod. That was the churning rod, was sinking in the ocean. That rod was sinking in the ocean. In order to support that rod, then came Vishnu as Kurma, the turtle. Vishnu came as Kurma, as the turtle, and supported the mountain. Mountain was made a churning rod, but it needs support, and Vishnu provided the support as the turtle, the sea turtle, and provided the support for the rod. Yeah, then comes when the demon Hiranyaksha stole the earth, Bhu-Devi, goddess earth, Vishnu as Varaha, the boar, received her from the ocean. Savitri sees all that, the episodes enacted in the moving time, what Vishnu has done as fish, what Vishnu has done as turtle, what Vishnu has done as the boar. She is reviewing all the cosmic evolutionary past years. Then, in a sequel, she wanted to take revenge. We have half man, half lion coming on the scene. After the Varaha, boar, the half lion, Narasimha, that is the 4th avatar of Vishnu, took Hiranyaksha. Now, all these things, these 4 avatars, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, these 4 avatars, they are what had happened in the Treta Yuga, the first Yuga of the Puranic cycle. There are 4 Yugas, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, psychologically. Now it is at this point in the following Yuga, Treta Yuga, the ground was much cleared psychospiritually and the advancement was clear. And as her memory's casements opened, Savitri reviewed this entire past, reviewed up to the point when it started stepping into the future. This is old past and must be dissolved. It can get dissolved in the death of Satyavan. His death, a necessary death. He must die. That is why he must die. It is not that he will die. Well, all of us will die. It's not that. But all of us don't, we must die. That we don't have that kind of a thing, you see. That I must die. That's not there with us. Savitri is arriving the day when Satyavan is to die. 12 passionate months led her in a swift, tremendous day, the decisive day of fate, the shining epochal day, the day of death is the shining epochal day. This line, 12 passionate months led in a day of fate, is exactly the 365th line in the original text of Savitri, you see, as I said just now. Her human heart, Savitri's human heart, is going to speak to the body's fate. You see, again, her heart is speaking to the body. Body is the important thing once more. Body is speaking. The packed, serried march of moment has gathered speed to be in time at the destined spot. The spot guarded by the blue-throated ascetic. You see, in the meeting, the destined meeting place, you had the whole picture rock carved Shiva with blow throat there. Shiva himself is guarding that destined place. See, that is what we got in the book 5, Canto 1, the destined meeting place. He who had taken the poison that had appeared during the churning, it is his vast extended spirit, his original spirit, that is present behind that place. Satyavan and Savitri get married, but exactly 1 year after the marriage, there is going to take place the unavoidable death of Satyavan, a kind of essential death. They together, having seen the full cycle of time, 12 months, the entire cycle or the entire seasons of life, of movement in time, they have to see it together. Then only they can life power. Satyavan, 1 year after his marriage with Savitri, has to abandon his body. Abandon his body. Abandon his body. That is what the Vyasa Savitri says. Samvatsarena kshanayur deha nasya karishyati. Samvatsarena, 1 year, deha nasya. Kshanayur means deha has become kshina, declined. He will abandon his body. Deha nasya karishyati. Abandon, that is the phrase from Vyasa Savitri. Abandon his body. Satyavan and Savitri live together through the complete cycle of time, and it is time that the cycles move forward. For them to move forward, there is necessity of the death of Satyavan. Time has matured up. Time has ripened to the point that greater cycles begin. That is the work of Savitri. The omniscient goddess saw it. She had cast the seed of death when she saw the ages ready for her feet. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. That tremendous hour of Satyavan death has to arrive. In that hour, the seed will be sown, the seed of future, the crimson seed of glory, she proclaimed. This is the dawn she had brought, the omniscient goddess. She was here for that, and the dawn beat her aura of magnificent hues and cast.